everyone. Today we are going to talk about our favorite topic, manifestation. My guest today is Reggie Bowles. He is a no-nonsense life coach, life hacker, and manifestation strategist who thrives where others step out. As the founder of Dreamers of the Day, Reggie helps high achievers turn contemplation into reality through the power of collective intention. His philosophy, self-reliance is gospel. Success isn't handed to you, it's wrestled from the impossible through grit, strategy, and relentless action. Reggie has been featured on multiple podcasts, including discussions on CPS injustice and how success leaves clues if you know where to look. If you're ready to drop excuses and conquer your goals, Reggie's your guy. Let's hear it from Reggie.
Hi, Reggie. How are you today? So thank you for coming to High Vibes on the Mic. So in this podcast, we love to talk about manifestation, healing, spirituality. And you have a practice and a special group when you help people manifest their dream. So we're going to talk about that today. So first, how did you come up with this? What made you think, I should do this, I should create this?
Like a lot of people, I've always been interested in success, how to be a success, and what makes a person a winner, what makes a person a loser. And when, although I'd read other books on things similar to it, when the manifestation thing first started really becoming popular, The Secret and books like that, I started looking into it, and finally, I found somebody that made a lot of sense to me, and I started working with what they taught, and that person has since passed on, but it's worked for me, and it's worked in other people's lives as well. And also from things I'd heard and read, I thought that group manifestation, if it's directed correctly, would be a more powerful form of manifestation. That's what I do as well.
Yeah. I think when everybody's thinking and praying for the same thing, definitely makes you manifest your what you want faster. I mean, that's what I think. So there's a lot of people who have read that book, The Secret, and that's where they started, and they try to the method. So you have to think about it, journaling, vision board and everything, and then just kind of forget about it because it will happen. You have to think in your mind, okay, this is done, I can move on. So for the people who cannot do that, what would be one tip you can give them that is struggling with the...
Everybody can do it. But a lot of people that do it a little bit, it doesn't, like you plant a seed, the tree doesn't come the next day, and you say, well, I guess that one doesn't work. It works, but sometimes you got to keep after it. And I have a basic belief that any wish, desire, what have you, with enough energy behind it has to manifest. It just has to happen.
Okay. Yeah, it has to happen. So how does your teamwork work to manifest?
Well,
how do you do this?
Get a lot of people in the group, and you besides working on your own dreams, you also direct energy towards everybody else's dreams in the group. See, I first got this idea years ago. There was a guy that had a late night radio program called Art Bell. I don't know if any of your listeners remember him, but he's some of the old timers. I'm sure they have heard of him. He's very popular. And there was drought areas in different parts of the United States. And he had them concentrate or pray, everybody in his audience, on this certain area. And after a while, he quit doing it because every time and every place he do it, they'd have a flood. So yes, everybody concentrating on praying for rain, and it happened again and again. But it was overdoing it. I mean, all these people concentrate energy towards this certain area, and they'd have a flood every time. They'd have a drought, and they'd have a flood.
Oh. Okay, so it was too much thinking, too much manifesting.
Too much of a good.
So it worked. So yeah. I mean, that's what once I told a friend, I like to go to church because I think when I go to church, everybody's praying at the same time. It's the same community. Right. Any church you go, it could be any church. And I think there's something special happening when we all pray together for the well-being of somebody else or our intention. It's really powerful. That's true.
Group energy helps. Great deal, whether it's praying, concentration, or whatever that you go with.
Yeah. And so do you have like a specific technique or practice that the Dreamers... So Dreamers of the Day is your website, is where we go to connect and log in. So do you have like a particular practice that the group will do to focus the group energy effectively?
One of the things, the main people I go with, way I learned and do manifestation is based on the teaching she has passed on, a lady called Helene Hatzel. Have you ever heard of her?
No. Did she write on in the book or not?
She wrote
The
a book
Secret
called Name It and Claim It, Adventures in
Okay.
Witchcraft.
Oh.
Not witchcraft, wishcraft. And I learned from her,
Okay. Yeah.
she had a very, see what happened is she was just a little homemaker in Texas, happy housewife, but as she put it, she had her needs met, but she had a lot of wants. And she read a book on positive thinking. And there was one line in that book that really resonated with her that you can have anything you want, as long as you know what it is, and you can see yourself as already having it. And she thought, oh, that's really interesting. She brought it to her husband. And he said, well, I don't remember, he had a magazine or a newspaper. He said, well, there's this contest for an outboard motor. He was a fisherman, and he had a very stressful job, like to go fishing, but he'd like to have an outboard motor. So she put together a little word about how her husband fishing. She won the contest, and then she started winning again and again and again. She made money, prizes, car, house, you name it. Said she won over 5,000 prizes.
Heard about her. I knew that was. I heard about her. I was reading another book and they mentioned
the
her.
technique she used, basically, as she formulated it, she put, she'd use different words, but here she finally came up with a formula. It's called SPEC. SPEC. Select it, project it, expect it, collect it.
Okay, easy peasy.
It's like a lot of things. I'm a big believer in KISS as well. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple. Keep it stupid, simple. I mean, you don't have to complicate things. Like there's a lot of manifestors out there, and some of them are really good, and so they really get it done, and they've been very successful. But their methodology, to me, is too complicated. I like to keep it very simple. And I basically go with the SPEC method. Select it. What do you want? What do you want to have, be, or do? Project it. See yourself having it. And I believe you should be associated, not disassociated. Don't be watching yourself in a movie. Be living the movie. Like, don't see yourself driving your dream car. That's like a movie. See, like you're driving a dream car, and you're looking out the window. You're in your dream car, looking, associate. Feel. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
You put in your order. It's just like online or in a restaurant. You know it's going to come. You put in your order and then collect it. But I always like that kind of flows into one, flows into the other. Expect it to collect it. SPEC. That's the basic premise of the manifestation. Like, I'm a life coach and I teach many things, but that's manifestation is a big part of what I do. Teaching people how to get what you want. What is in the way? What's the root cause? Are you in the way? Is somebody else in the way? How to use your energy to get what you want. That's basically what I teach in the group and occasionally and face to face.
Yeah, sometimes we are the one in the way.
Exactly.
That's for sure. And I think also it's good to be specific, right?
About
what you want.
General, I want to be rich. You don't have to have a certain number. Like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire. $7.88. That's a little too specific. And like I talk to people. A lot of people would like to win the lottery. And I say, do you want to win the lottery, or do you want to be a multimillionaire? The how is not important. The why is a lot more important than the how. Why do you want this? Why do you want this desire? That will give you a lot more energy behind it. I have a great story on the lottery I like to tell people. He's this guy.
Yes,
prayed and prayed and prayed to win the lottery. And he prayed earnestly, devoutly, constantly praying to win the lottery. And finally, he was never winning. And he said, Lord, one night he says, Lord, why won't you let me win the lottery? I've been very devout. I've prayed and prayed and prayed. Why won't you let me win? Well, that night, the angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, have you tried buying a ticket? You have to do something.
Start with
it doesn't always fall. I mean, it can. I've had my desires fall into my lap like a fairy's gift, just boom. But other times you have to do something. And that's why the two big things I teach are instinct and intent. Your instinct will help tell you which direction you want to do and where to go. But your intent, what you want, will drive you. I'd say they're the two roads to success, intent and instinct.
Yeah, because you cannot just wish it and sit down and something will happen without you doing not too much.
To do something. I mean, the manifestation.
But some stuff
forward, it will open the door. It'll show you the way to go. That's why I talk about trusting your instinct. But you have to have an intent. Which direction do you want to go in? And your instinct will help direct you for what to do, where to go, what to say. I mean, look, you have to learn to trust yourself and your gut instinct.
Do you have like a specific positive story, like something extraordinary result that happened in your group that you can share with us?
Everybody is different. But strange enough, like some people, maybe they're in middle school and making more money than their teacher. Things happen, but everybody's different. It's just like you get 100 millionaires together. You get 100 different ways to make $1 million, but success leaves clues. Now, it's been what I've studied and learned. Basically, all successful people know what they want. They know they're going to get it, and they see themselves having it. And if there's a fourth thing I would add, it's attitude. They see themselves as a winner. Mm-hmm. They know who they are or what they are, and they see themselves as a winner. Most people have been told over 100,000 times before they reach the age of 18, no, you can't. You're no good. You're short. You're too young. You're too old. You're too fat. You're too this. You're too that. And then I come along, in a short period of time, I have to convince them, yes, you can. This person did it, and they had all kinds of disadvantages. This person did it, they had all kinds of disadvantages. Everybody says, you don't know what I've gone through. I said, I don't really care. Everybody has hard times. I mean, it's just a fact, just to do it. I mean, everybody has a story, but that doesn't have to hold you down.
Yeah. Do you work with young people?
There's some young people. Yes.
Do you work young people?
And by manifestation, I talk about sometimes they'll drop like a fairy's gift. Like one time I was walking along, I had no money in my pocket, and I wanted a coffee. And I see a $1 bill. I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting, but I wish it was 100. 3 feet later, $100 bill. So, sometimes it can drop into your lap. But usually you'll have to do something. I had to pick up the dollar. That's as far as it went. But that's the thing. But all these things work. And it's the old saying, they all work if you work them. And none of this stuff is new. Like I said, I go by some of the teachings of Aline Hassel. She's no longer with us because a lot of things she said and did about manifestation made so much sense to me and worked for me. And she also said, once you get serious about this, you need to join a group. And her time, it was a contest winner. They had contest groups where all they did get together. There's this contest, I won this contest, and they'll all help and encourage each other. Now, whether it's my group or any group, I suggest you join a group of like-minded people because there's so many, lack of a better word, negative nillies out there. They're going to tell you this is stupid, this is silly. What are you talking about? You got this and that. And then you look, well, how successful have they been? If you're going to learn from somebody, at least learn from somebody that has very similar to what you want and maybe started out where you started out at. Like, even a lot of successful people who don't believe in manifestation, when you break it down and what they did, quite often somewhere along the line, they looked exactly in their mind and knew exactly what they wanted. And they think about it constantly.
Yeah. I was going to say some negative people, sometimes they can just pull you down with them, with low vibrations, and you're going to stay there if you continue to listen to them.
No bragging until bagging. No bragging until bagging. Until you've bagged it, don't brag about it.
No.
And like when you're first starting this, it's best to just keep it to yourself unless you have some good friends that are into the same thing. Otherwise, keep it to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get some wins under your belt, and then you can go on and do it more effectively.
Yeah. I really believe in the jinx. Because sometimes I talk about something, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this, and talk too early. So, yeah. Now I'm like, until I get it, I'm very sure I'm not saying anything. So if some people want just to... and they believe in a group manifestation, and they want to do like a small group between them. Can they do that? Can you do like something with your friends and
form a group on Facebook, together? Whatever, talk face to face? But just to know that there's a lot of people behind you, constantly sending you positive energy helps. Like I say, there's no such thing as false hope. Hope is good. Like people always think, well, it's false. No, you don't know. This person's telling you, even your doctor says you have 6 months left. They don't know. They don't know you. They think they know you. They don't. And, unless, some people, you like your doctor, you don't want to prove him wrong. Well, I want to prove him wrong.
And with your technique, your group, how long would it take to get some good results?
It's different for everybody else. And it's different for everyone. It's just like, like I say, if my methods, what I believe and teach, there is no such thing as failure. There's only delay in results. The only way you can fail is to quit. It's up to you. It comes down to you. It comes down to the person. Even with group behind you, it really comes down to you. Are you willing to put some effort into this? Are you willing to do these simple mind exercises? Are you willing to do it? Are you also sending out energy to the group as well? It's about working together for joint cause. That's one of my favorite sayings is teamwork makes the dream work. I mean,
it's like a good exchange of
there's nothing
energy,
like
right?
having a good social group, because sooner or later, everybody in whatever you're doing, you're going to fall. And if you got that social net, they'll pick you up, encourage you, get behind you, help you get started again.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we'll come back to it. So what kind of mistake people can do when they try to do manifestation? Do you have like a particular one when you tell people, okay, don't do this or don't think about that?
Everybody's different. Some people like when they're to get a pebble in their hand and roll it. Just think about what they want because they're doing something while thinking. Some people, it's kind of hard for them to just sit down or lay down and just think about what they want. To go through this, select it. What do you want? Project it. See yourself having it. Use all you see it, you feel it. You should, talking about a new car, you smell it. Make it as real as possible, like you're living it. And then expect it. You know it's coming. You put in your order and then collect. That's the fun part. But like I said, some people like to do something while they're thinking, like rolling around a pebble in their hand helps. Way back, I heard a really old interview with Feline Hatzel, and I believe she said to do that. But since then, I've not been able to find that interview. I don't know what it is with YouTube. Okay. A lot of old interviews seem to disappear. If it's not within the last 10 years, you can't find it. But also a technique she's talked about, if you start thinking negatively, like this will never happen, I don't believe that, put a little rubber band around your wrist. Snap it. Snap out of it. Snap,
I heard about that. Yeah.
Get back, like I like to stand up, now kick yourself in the butt. Get on with it.
So when you think about something negative, you snap the rubber band.
Because it's natural. We want to go away from pain. And if you're thinking like you don't want to think, snap that band. Because it's just natural. It's human nature to go away from pain. So this kind of thinking's causing me pain. Let's get away from it. I mean, talking about there's plenty of people out there way back, even before the book Think and Grow Rich, there was a guy called A.P. Swoboda who was knows a physical culturist, what we call bodybuilder or trainer nowadays, physical culturist. And that's way back, like in the early 1900s. But his basic, and even his teaching, put it down to a nutshell, was think about what you do want, don't think about what you don't want. You start to think about what you don't want, think about what you do want. And when you see it, I mean, and also people are, well, how do I get motivated? Well, if you have a good vision, it pulls you forward. You see this thing you want, the have, be, or do. You see it plainly, just as if it's happening. And it will pull you, your vision will pull you. You won't have to worry about motivation because everything in your life will be pulling you towards that. You'll be like a guided missile towards your target.
Yeah. So many people believe also that I don't deserve this, or I'm too old to do this, or I'm too young, or whatever. It also depends on how you were raised. Also, what people will tell you, you cannot do that. I
like to tell people this to help them get a good attitude. Like I say, attitude is very important. What is attitude? Mindset. What is mindset? Self-image. To get a better self-image, I say, when a dog has babies, what does it have? Dogs. When a cat has babies, what does it have? Cats. Now, are you a child of God? When a God has babies, what does it have? A God.
Another God.
I'm not saying you're the big God. You're God. Small God. You're a child of God. Now, like, does a father want his child to not have food? Does a good father want his child not to grow up and be successful? So why are you down on yourself? Okay, you made mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but you are a child of God. A dog becomes a dog. A cat becomes a cat. You become this. I mean, if you want it, I'm not trying to sell anybody on religion today, but even there it says, ye are gods. It's in the book. Ye are gods. Figure it out. So start living that, because as a God in your own right, what you contemplate will become real. Now, sometimes it takes people a while to get on. Some people grasp this quickly. Some people it takes them a while, but the time will pass anyway, right? So do it.
Yeah, when you say that, it reminds me a little bit of Joel Osteen, what he says. He's always saying, God doesn't want you to be poor. God doesn't want you to be sick. God doesn't want you, not to be successful. So God wants you to actually achieve whatever you want. So, don't be afraid. Because some people also, they have a certain reaction about money, but we need money to thrive in this world. It depends what you're going to do with it, right?
People,
Yeah.
that's so wrong. They think, well, money's the root of all evil. Well, it doesn't say that. It says the love of money is the root of all evil. Like I like to say, love
Yeah.
people and use money. Some people love money and use people. Love people and use money.
So if someone has been trying to, like, if someone has been trying to manifest for a long time and there's no success, but in their mind they still believe it's going to happen, what would be the next step they should
I
take?
break down. If I was talking to them, explain to me how you manifest. Like I first of all see how they're doing it. Sometimes they might be doing something a little off, and maybe if they did this way, it'd be a little better. But like I said, I find a group of like-minded people. That helps a great deal. Like I said, you are. You hear this again, but it's true. You are the sum total of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's so because the energy's there. If 4 of your friends are successful, happy, financially independent, it's not going to be long before you're the 5th one. You're going to be the same way. If you're hanging out with them all the time, it can't help but happen. Like I said, once again, people have been beaten down. They've been told before they reach the age of 18 or 100,000 times, you can't do this. You're too young, you're too old, you do this, do that. And then somebody comes along and says, yes, you can. Like me. Yes, you can. Oh, I can't. Well, how do you know you can't? What makes you think you can't? What would happen if you did? It's about changing your thinking. I'm not saying you specifically have to change, but you might have to think you're changing. You change your thinking. You're thinking too much along this way. Everybody has negative thoughts, positive thoughts. Have more positive thoughts. You might not like that word positive because positive thinking has got a bad rap over the years. So use whatever word you want. Some people like to use the word go. I like to use the word target. Some people like to use affirmations. I use incantations. And once again, not talking about witchcraft, talking about wishcraft. Gotta get that straight.
Yes,
yeah,
it's a good one. So how many times a week do you meet with the group?
You don't meet with them per se. It's just online, and
online.
It depends. It can be a yes or no, or sometimes they just get together and like watching a video I'm doing or whatever. It's just when you know you're part of the group and you know you're getting this energy. I mean, you don't have to meet that often, but if people in the group want to form their own little groups, that's fine. But it's that group energy makes it happen. And like I said, there's no thing as false hope. And like I say, when you're in the group, you have, as far as I can do it, I get access. We have a forum. I might change that to a blog before long, but just do the thing, follow the things. It's not that complicated. And that's the thing. A lot of people think, well, I got to do something really complicated. It's not. It's just simple. You just think about what you want. Don't think about what you don't want. And when you realize who you are, I mean, when you have that self-confidence, that self-respect, and once you realize, you get in your head, what you think, what you contemplate will come to pass. What can stop you? But you. You're the one that can stop you. And if I have to if I was there, I would kick your backside or whoever what it takes. Because I'm for you. I want you to win. There's nothing I want more than you to win. And I hope you want me to win. That's what group dynamic is all about. But like I said, a person can do it on their own. But a lot of times they find it harder. That's why even Helene Hudson used to say, when you get serious about this thing, join a group. You don't have to necessarily join my group. I hope you do. But if you don't, whatever, join a group. And then you come tell me about your success. Even if you didn't join my group, then I'll say, see what I taught you, see what worked.
Do you recommend the people in your group to do meditation? Is that one of the exercises that you give them?
Meditation, contemplation, what works for some people better doing this, but just the manifestation itself, doing spec, that in itself is a form of meditation or contemplation. And many people have felt more peaceful, more calm, more relaxed just by doing that. And that in itself is going to help your health, if nothing else. And I suggest for people at least twice a day, if you have the time or make the time twice a day for about 20 minutes, twice a day, just sit down in an easy chair or lay down if you can do that without going to sleep. Sit down in a chair and just think about what you want. What is it you're trying to achieve? Spec, select, project, see it happening. Imagine it as real as it's already there, and then expect it. Just let it go. You've made your order. It's going to come, and then Yeah.
Two things I love about everything we talked today is when you said, you made your order. Okay. That's it. And the thing I really love, and I never thought about doing, because I like to visualize, I do a lot of things like that to manifest what I want. But something you said that I never do is to see yourself doing it. Not like when you say, you see yourself driving, but you looking outside the window. You don't see yourself driving the car. I think that's really important.
That's where a lot of people, I think, they get
Yes,
visualization.
it's not a movie.
You have to be like it's real. Like you're driving the car, you're looking out, you can see yourself in the rearview mirror, you smell the new car, you feel the comfort of the seat. Thing's a big thing.
Yeah, and I never visualize like that. Like I'm in the movie, not watching the movie. That's a very good, that's a very good tip. It's a very important tip.
Some people, they are not used to doing it. See the way you regularly manifest and then step into it. You're seeing a picture of yourself driving the car. Let me manifest that way. Then step into the picture. Now you're in it. You're making it real. You're in it now. It's happening. The brain knows, like if you're seeing yourself in the car, wait a minute, I can't see myself. What's going on here? But if you see the car, or you can see the car in your driveway, that's fine. Or if you don't see yourself in the car, you see yourself looking out of the car. Be associated, not disassociated. I mean, that's one of the best ways I can explain it. Like say a woman wants a necklace. She can see the necklace on her. She can feel it. She can feel the weight. Oh, how beautiful. Think of how admired I'll be by this. I have got to have this. That's the way I manifest it.
I think that's an excellent tip. Really. Excellent. Very important. And I will do it from now. So I thought that was a great conversation. Before we go, do you have anything else you want to add? Maybe I didn't ask.
Basically, you're one decision away from your future. A good decision or a bad decision, but you're one decision away. The hardest thing in life is deciding. All the rest is just tenacity.
Where can people find you?
The website is Our Dream Is. That's R, the letter R, small case. Dream, DREAM, is.com. Our Dream Is, Dreamers of the Day.
Okay. And I will put the link in the show notes. And if people want to join your group and manifest together, I think that's a very good thing. Even help and other people's energy. Well, thank you very much, Reggie, for the conversation. I love anything, about manifestation. And now that you gave me that great tip, I'm going to do it now. Thank you. Thank you for everything. Bye.